Is Javier Andrés Chio Mendes, and my tuition is
Hi,
A01186273.
my name is Julio Dominguez and my ID is A13248813.
Hi everybody, today we're gonna talk about racism. My name is Lydia and my ID is A0132 7586.
Hi, I'm going to talk about racism and the definition of racism. Okay, the racism consists of several different and often related ideologies centered around the concept of race. Modern, modern variants are often based in social perceptions of a biological difference between people. This can take the form of social actions, practices, or beliefs, or political systems that consider different races to be ranged and inherently superior or inferior to each other, based on presumed shared inherent traits, habits, or qualities. It may also hold that members of different races should be treated differently. The, the legal definition of racism. Now I'm going to define three versions of racism. The legal, the UN does not define racism, however, it does define racism discrimination according to the United Nations Convention of the Elimination of all forms of racial. The term racial discrimination shall mean any distraction, exclusion, restriction, or preference based on race, color, descent, or nation of ethnical origin that has the purpose of effect of nullify or impairing the reconnection, enjoyment, or exercise on an equal footing of human rights and fundamental freedoms in political, economic, and social, cultural, or any other field of public life. Some psychologists have defined racism as a system of categorical privilege. In Portraits of White Racism, David Wallman has defined racism as culturally sanctioned beliefs which, regardless of intentions involved, defends the advantage whites have because of the subordinated position of racial minorities. Socials Noel A. Casanova and Darlene Alvarez Madern define racism as a high organization system of race-based group privilege that operates at every level of society and is held together by a sophisticated ideology of color race supremacy. Xenophobia. The dictionary definition of xenophobia include intense of irrational dislike or fear of people from other countries, unreasonable fears and hatred of strangers, of foreigners, or anything that is strange or foreign. The Dictionary of Psychology defines it as a fear of strangers.
Well, talking about racism, they say that in sociology and psychology, they exist some definitions that includes consciously and malignant forms of discrimination. That they exist some definitions of racism also include discriminatory behaviors and beliefs based on cultural, national, ethnic, caste, religious, and of colorism stereotypes. The first one of the stereotypes that they exist is the racial discrimination. That is one of the topics that we talk in the reference of our movie. The racial discrimination refers to the separation of people through the process of social division into categories not necessarily related to races for purpose of differential treatment. The, that is the racial segregation policies may formalize it, but it also often exerted without being legalized. Mm. The other one is the economic. In the United in all around the world, historical, economic, or social disparity is alleged to be a form of discrimination caused by past racism and historical reasons, affecting the present generations through deficits in the formal education and kinds of preparation in previous generations, and through primarily unconscious racist attitudes and actions on members of the general populations. Like, for example, in 2012, the Bank of America agreed to pay 335 million to the Seattle of the federal government that claimed that its mortgage division of the countrywide financial discriminated against black and Hispanic homebuyers. This is an ethical problem that the United States have in those years. The another one is the cultural racism. That is a term used to describe and explain the new racial ideologies and practice of some people. This emerged since the World War II, and it can be defined as societal beliefs and customs that promote the assumption that the products of a given culture, including the language and traditions of that culture, are superior to those of other cultures. It shares a great deal with xenophobia, which is often characterized by fear of or aggression toward members of an outer group or by members of an in-group. The cultural racism exists when there is a widespread acceptance of stereotypes concerning different ethnic or population groups, where racism can be characterized by the belief that one race is inherently superior to another. Cultural racism can be characterized by the belief that one culture is inherently superior to another. And the last one, and I think is one of the most important stereotypes, is the colorism. That is refers to discrimination based on skin color. That colorists disadvantage dark-skinned people while privileging those with lighter skin. Research has linked colorism to smaller incomes, lower marriage rates, longer prison terms, and fewer job prospects for darker skinned people. What's more, colorism has existed for centuries both in and outside of Black America. Um, this this makes this makes it a persistent form of discrimination that should be fought with the same urgency that racism is.
Now we're going to talk about the different types or institutions that protect the racism. There are many different kinds of institutions that have the objective to protect social stability, more focused in racism and discrimination. As my partners explained, racism is an ethical issue with a really bad history, so this institution tried to protect the human rights. I'm gonna talk about only three of them. The first one, and maybe you know who I'm talking about, is United Nations, because it's the most important institution that protect and look out for the human right. This institution create the International Day Against Racial Discrimination, and this day was created in 1966, and in my opinion was a very good change for society. The second one is Amnesty International. It's an institution that look out for human rights, but the principal objective is to avoid injustice. The last one is a national institute created in Argentina. The name is Instituto Nacional contra la Discriminación, la Xenofobia y el Racismo. As his name says, the principal objective is mentioned in the name. It was created in 1995. It is important because it showed that no matter what or no matter what, the racism is a very important issue. As we know, or as I explained, there are many kind of institutions that protect this issue, and it's not necessary that the institution focused all the objective in this issue, but this institution show us that they are really interesting about this problem, because it's a problem, an actual problem, and it's something that really occur in nowadays. So we have to fight against the issue, and after that we're gonna have a positive progress. So I think these are the three most important institutions around the world. After having explained the issue and the general things about it, I'm gonna explain about the movie that we chose. The name of the movie is The Blind Side. I think everybody, or almost everybody, already saw this movie. The principal actress is Sandra Bullock, and the principal objective is racism. We chose this movie because we think that talk about everything and show exactly what the racism is. As we know, talk about a boy that tried to pretend in a different social status. The boy suffered discrimination and other things similar. But also, the movie showed that exist people that think with the heart and not with the head. Somebody who doesn't matter what the other people could think. So we want to see 4 minutes about the movie and the exactly part that shows how in the United States the people discriminate other persons.
Hey! Hey! Rip, are you going to do something about this? He just kicked my boy in the head and he cussed him. Thank you.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, Wingate, 15 yards.
What?
You shut up, you get another 15.
This young man plays for my team. My team. And I will defend him like he's my own son against you or any other redneck son of a bitch.
Don't worry, Coach. I got you, babe.
Come here, son. Come here.
Try gap.
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 All right. Gun rip, 47 gap, all one-on-one. Ready? Coach ain't here to protect it now, is he?
Ready?
This team is your family, Michael.
Go! Cut back, watch more. They got a hole! Michael. Go!
Go! Deliverance! You see number 74? Well, that's my son.
Way to go, bro!
Okay, here's what we got. Dead ball foul.
Was he holding?
No,
Did he hit after the whistle?
I don't believe so.
Then what was the flag for?
I don't know. Excessive blocking.
You're kidding me. Sorry, Coach. I stopped when I heard the whistle. Where were you taking him, Mike? To the bus. It was time for him to go home. Attaboy, Michael Lord. Attaboy! Go get him! Go get him, Crusaders! Hey, rub the head, rub the head. All right, let's go. Yes, a little bit. Watch it. Hey, go. Stay.
And well, my conclusion in reference to the movie is that discrimination is an issue that is lived daily as attacking a large part of society in the world. And in this case, the man who is discriminated against because of his skin color is emotionally affected. But no matter what, he fought for their dreams and supported his family manage to complete their goals. And also, he fight to destroy the barrier of racism and the colorism in his team and his school. That is, which is something to behold and enjoy for him.
In my conclusion, we have to remove this discrimination because it's bad for all of the human race. We are equal. We have 2 arms, 2 legs, and just because I'm more like brown, more the people who are black, I don't know, the people who has blue eyes, they feel and more, I don't know, important, more educated, more, I don't know, they think they are the best of the best, and we have to take off this kind of tough thoughts.
Well, my conclusion about the issue is that the problem exists and is something that we have to resolve and improve. Racism is a really delicate topic because it attacks the human rights and the social stability. In my opinion, the movie shows exactly what the racism is. The world and the organization have to pay attention to the issue and act better than act now. Thanks for your attention. Bye.